Amazing. Thank you guys so much for welcoming us back. I think this is our 4th or 5th webinar for the great IT Pro community, and it's always a pleasure. This is one of our favorite topics to talk about right now and has been over the last year. And when we think about just all of the significant changes we've experienced in the last 13, 14 months, culture really tops that list. And for smart organizations and leaders, a continued focus on culture and everything that contributes to a positive, collaborative, healthy, innovative, and productive culture, it needs to be a persistent, constant priority. So today, Cate and I, we're going to share kind of our top 8 areas that can really contribute to a positive culture. We're going to talk about just things that can contribute to trust, relationships with your peers and leaders, how to really foster an environment of true collaboration and development and growth, meaningful recognition to influence a sense of purpose and fulfillment, which everyone needs more of right now, and just additional ways to further drive meaning, connection, positive impact, orientation, relationships, etc. And Cate and I, it's kind of wild at this point. We have over 32 years combined experience supporting information technology and a lot of project management consultants and clients. We've worked and supported over 150 different organizations and had visibility into over 150 cultures. And one of the favorite parts of kind of our side jobs, as we call it, is we love to help people audit and improve certain areas, especially those that are key contributors to cultures. And there's a lot of areas that we'll share throughout that we can have kind of follow-up conversations if anyone's interested, especially as it relates to team building, onboarding, survey programs, and collecting feedback that you can turn into meaningful recognition, collaborative training, and philanthropy. And both Cate and I write both for Apex and MS SQL Tips. So we have at this point over 100 very specific how-to articles. So I'll be sharing some resources kind of as we go through this, if there's specific topics that you'd like more specific examples around. But this isn't news to any of us, that right culture, a positive culture, productive culture, it's vital for success, employee satisfaction, recruitment. It impacts so many different areas, what's delivered to clients, etc. So with that in mind, Cate's going to start us off with the very important topic of just those strong relationships with managers and really how to influence those relationships through effective one-on-ones.
Great. Thanks so much, Erica. And thanks again, everyone, for joining us today. We really appreciate it. This is a topic I'm very passionate about, and effective one-on-ones are so important, not only for managers to take seriously, but also for employees to ensure that they're getting the most out of. So throughout my career at Apex, there have been times where I've had 15 plus direct reports to right now, I currently have 1 direct report. So I am a very big advocate of having regular one-on-ones. And I've also been someone that's reported to a manager that didn't take one-on-ones seriously. They would always cancel them or just not show up at all. And I can tell you from experience that it's a clear signal to your employee whether they are a priority or not. So when I used to do one-on-ones in person, I think a lot of us are virtual right now, I would actually turn my monitor off. It's the only way I wasn't tempted to look at my screen. And your employees definitely know if you're not paying attention to them. I've started to switch my one-on-ones as of late to Zoom or to Teams, again, so I'm not tempted to multitask and do other things because I really want to focus on that conversation and that one-on-one time. So for me personally, I keep a running document where I add the date and the topics that I want to cover, the topics my employee covers, and it's really great to have that documentation if I need to reference something, and also really helps me come performance management time. You know, I struggle to remember what I did yesterday, so how am I going to remember what I talked to somebody about months ago? So that's really been a great effective tool for me. So let's talk about what makes an effective one-on-one. I think first and foremost, you have to set up a cadence that both sides are going to commit to. There are always going to be work emergencies, absolutely. But for the most part, you really should try to stick to your schedule And if you're someone that has a ton of direct reports, I know that this can seem daunting, but it really is something that has a huge ROI. So again, figure out a cadence that's going to work and you're going to be able to stick to. And these one-on-ones are a great opportunity to build a relationship. And, you know, the further relationship you have, the more trust that you have with your employees, you know, the more respect that'll get built. And when you're building trust with your employees and vice versa, that trust really blossoms throughout the team and enhances everyone's feeling of being safe, being respected, and enables them to work collaboratively, which are things that people really need nowadays, especially since we've been virtual and the world has been weird for a long time now. So if you're somebody that's struggling, hey, what should I talk about on my one-on-ones? We've shared some topic ideas here, but my top recommendations and things that I personally like to cover, short-term and long-term goals, right? And when I think about that, I think about this quarter versus this year and beyond. You know, how are they doing? Are there any roadblocks that are going to, you know, prohibit them from reaching their goals? Along those lines, professional development. Are there new skills, tools, technologies, certifications they want to acquire? My direct report and I are learning SQL right now, so it's something we're doing together, and that's been really great for our relationship and also for our professional development. Their overall performance, any constructive feedback that you have, areas of improvement, any praise, you know, job well done, things that they, you know, completed a large initiative, that sort of thing. And then I always want to ask what ideas they have. You know, some of the greatest things that have happened on my team are from ideas that people just had that came up in casual conversation. Additionally, anything preventing them from getting the job done. As a manager, we have to support the people that work for us, and we have to make sure that they have everything that they need to be successful, and we've given them ample opportunity to do so. And then I think finally, I always like to spend some time talking about personal things. Right? You know, I genuinely want to know my employees. I want to know my teammates. I care about them. And again, I think this goes a long way for building that relationship. Now, are you going to be able to cover all these topics in one-on-one? Probably not, you know, but again, this is something that you can rotate through during your regular cadence. Now, if you're an employee that's struggling with your manager to have effective one-on-ones, you have to tell your manager what you need. You have to speak up. This, again, can be a great opportunity to share ideas that can not only help you, but could benefit the entire team and potentially the organization. You know, are there opportunities for you to build a stronger culture, you know, have more of that sense of community, which I think a lot of us crave right now? And if that's the case, you have to be the voice for your team. You have to stand up and tell your manager what you need, what the team needs to be successful. Erica, anything to add?
So one of the things the first thing I've dropped in the chat so far, you know, it's interesting just how some people struggle with how to frame and ask certain questions based on topic. So one of the articles we've written recently really dives deep into specific examples.
Hi there, hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.